What's going on, guys? Rob Cheek here, aka the Nerdy Athlete, and I'm just on the way to class this fine Tuesday morning. I figured I'd give y'all a little sneak peek of my Heisman picks this year. I got top 5, and funny thing is, this year is actually about 4 or 5 guys that can actually legitimately win the Heisman, whereas the past couple years there's only been about 1 or 2 that can actually win it. But yeah, there's a couple good players out there this year. I mean, you got my top 5. I'll start off from stage number 5. Yes, I'm biased. I'm a Clemson fan. Get over it. But Trevor Lawrence, I know he hasn't had a great year this year, but I think a little bit of what he did last year and in the national championship game against Alabama will kind of carry over to this voting season. And I don't think he'll win it, but I think he'll be in the talks, especially if he has a good second half of the year, plays well. I really wish they wait until after the national championship game to give out Heisman, because if they did, he definitely would have won last year as a true freshman, because of 2 playoff games, ACC championship game. I mean, South Carolina, all the later games in the year, he played great. So if they would have waited to vote, I think he would have won it. I mean, granted, Kyler Murray is a great player, don't get me wrong, but Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback. Kyler Murray is just a better athlete. But after that, I'll say number 4. I'll say this. I know he's not going to win either, because he's a running back, and it's really the Heisman became more of a quarterback award over the past few years. The last running back to win it was Derrick Henry, and honestly, like I said, I'm a Clemson fan, and that year Deshaun Watson balled out. And again, if they'd have waited until after the national championship game, they would have gave it to him. But ended up being Derrick Henry from Alabama, and he was a good running back. But I mean, of course, he's going to get his yards if he's getting 50 carries a game. I mean, come on. But I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He's a great running back. He's doing pretty good in the NFL. But the running back I got for number 4 would be Jonathan Taylor of Wisconsin. He's an absolute beast. He's been balling out all year, putting up crazy numbers through 3 games. Just beat the crap out of Michigan this past weekend. So I think he's earned his spot up there in the top 4. Number 3, I'm going to go with Justin Fields from Ohio State. He's been doing pretty good this year, putting up massive numbers. He had 6 touchdowns against Miami of Ohio in just the second quarter alone this past weekend. And the reason I got him in 3rd and not really any higher is because he really hasn't played a single team that's even got a pulse. But he's doing his thing. He's putting up numbers. He's putting up 76 points or 60 points on average on anybody in college football. You're doing something right, you know what I mean? So yeah, number 2, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jalen Hurts. Kind of the same situation as Justin Fields. He hasn't really played too many people that's actually notable. I mean, I guess towards the end of the year, whenever they start playing the bigger teams in the Big 12, like Oklahoma State or Texas, mainly Texas, because that's about the only other team in the Big 12 that's even got a pulse. We'll see more about him and know more about him and see if he can actually, produce against the bigger brand teams and the better teams, really. I mean, but I think he's great. He's proved his stuff when he was at Alabama. Played great for them, and he's playing even better for Oklahoma. I know he's not playing against the defense that they were playing in Alabama, but he's putting up way more passing numbers than he was when he was at Alabama. Mainly because he's getting more opportunities to throw the ball. I mean, when he's at Alabama, he might throw a couple quick passes here and there, or like one deep pass every so often, but mostly he'll just, do quarterback draws and like little quick powers to the outside. But I think he'll be a good contender by the end of the year. And my number 1 pick is obviously Tua Tagovailoa out of Alabama. He's a beast. And everybody always says, like, Clemson fans hate on Tua and say, oh, Trevor's better than Tua. I'm like, nah, man. Hey, I literally will be the first to tell you, this year Tua is by far the best quarterback. He's in a couple games, I think he's had more passing touchdowns than he had passing incompletions. So, I mean, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Him and with those receivers at Alabama, I mean, it's hard to beat that. It really is. But, yeah, I got him number 1, and I really think he'll win the Heisman unless he slips up and loses to like an Auburn or an LSU or Georgia in the SEC championship. But I mean, hey, if he gets a job done in those games and looks even halfway decent, I think that award is his to lose. But yeah, that's all I got today. About to pull in the parking lot, get to class. I just had a test in my last class. Didn't even know I had it. I showed up to class and everybody had their notes out studying. I was like, oh, better freaking start studying. But that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys later. Nerdy Nation, I'll catch you later, and Nerdy Athlete out, baby.